Hello, my name is Joshua Mugabe. I welcome you to Breeding in Tilapia. Tilapia is a genus of fish in cichlid family. They are freshwater fish. They are native to Africa, but have been widely introduced in warm waters in many countries. We have our tilapia here, and it has features like the eye. It has got a lateral line. It has scales. All its body is covered with scales. It has got the upper fin, which we call the dorsal fin. It has the tail fin. Then from the tail fin, we have the ventral fin. From the ventral fin down, we have the pelvic fin, and up we have the pectoral fin. Then here we have the operculum, which is covering the gills, and we have the mouth. Then we have the nostrils. That is the tilapia. The natural habitat is lakes, but they are now extensively bred and reared in fish farm. Our fish, these ones are always found in the lakes as a natural habitat. But now we have fish farms where they are bred and reared. The cichlids are mostly carnivorous, hunting about for food at the bottom or snapping up organisms floating in water. So this family, most of them are carnivores or carnivorous. They feed on substances at the bottom or sometimes snapping up small organisms floating on water. Most species of tilapia, however, feed on algae in planktons. So we have the algae growing on the surface of water or also inside the water. Some of the species of tilapia, they feed on these algae in planktons. In their breeding behavior, the cichlids are divided into two groups: the substrate spawners and the mouth brooders. These are the two types or groups having different breeding behaviors. They are those ones that we refer to as the substrate spawners, and then the other one are the mouth brooders. The substrate spawners, these ones lay their eggs in the pit which has been dug at the bottom of the lake or the pond. These eggs are aerated and guarded by the parents. Those are the substrate spawners. The substrate spawners lay their eggs in pits. They lay their eggs in pits that have been dug at the bottom of the lake and the ponds, and these eggs are aerated, or they are provided with air, and they are also guarded by the parents. The mouth brooders, on the other hand, though they may lay their eggs in pits, then they take them into their mouth and keep them there until the young hatch. So this group of the mouth brooders, for them they lay the eggs in pits which have been dug at the bottom of the lake or the ponds, and after laying them, then they will take them in the mouth and keep them there until when the young ones hatch. So those are the mouth brooder. Here we have the male spreading the sperms on the eggs which have been laid by the female, and then afterwards the female will take in these eggs inside and keeps them in the mouth until when the eggs hatch into young ones. The resident male guards the territory around the pit, driving off the intruders by nipping or pushing them out of the territory. So after laying the eggs, the male will protect or guard the area by nipping and pushing the intruder away from the territory, so that the eggs are protected and the young ones are also protected. If a female enters the territory, the male will change his behavior pattern to a slow swimming movement with the body tilted downwards, leading her towards the pit he has dug. So we have seen that when intruders come, they are going to be nipped off and chased away from the territory. But if the female enters the territory, the male changes the behavior and it starts swimming slowly, moving in the tilted downwards, leading towards the pit that was dug. So it will lead the female to the pit where it has dug the pit. It will take the female to the pit. Notice that the male has assumed a dark color which is associated with the breeding behavior. So one of the breeding behavior is to put on a dark color, which is a sign associated with the breeding behavior. There may follow a courtship pattern which varies with much of the species, but often consists of quivering movements or swimming around and around in the nest. So here, after they have reached the pit, they will start a courtship pattern, swimming around in the pit as one of the courtship behavior. The male butts the genital tube of the female, inducing her to lay the eggs. So the male is going to butt the genital tube of the female, and that butting of the genital tube is going to induce the female to lay the eggs. Such an elaborate behavior pattern ensures that the sperms are shed at the moment the eggs are laid, thus increasing the chances of fertilization. So the female is going to lay the eggs, and after laying the eggs, the male will shed sperms on the eggs. And when fertilization has taken place, now the female is going to take in the eggs so that they can hatch in her mouth for protection. The mouth brooders, the courtship pattern is followed by spawning, in which the female lays particular hundreds of eggs in the nest, and these are immediately taken up into the mouth. These are the mouth brooders. The female, after the courtship pattern, will lay the eggs, and after laying the eggs, spawning is going to take place, and the eggs are going to be fertilized by the sperm from the male. Then after that one, the female is going to take in the eggs into the mouth. For about 10 to 12 days, the female carries a mouthful of eggs or young fish. The breathing movements are restricted and feeding is not attempted. So for the next 10 to 12 days, the female is going to carry the eggs and the young fish in her mouth. And at this moment, there is no breathing and there is no feeding. If the young fish swim out of the mouth, they are snapped up again But after about 10 days, the mother ejects them in swarms. These swarms form a school and follow the mother. So the fish has been keeping the eggs for 10 days, and the eggs have hatched into young ones. Then after 10 days, the fish will release them outside. And when it releases them outside, it will move and they will form a school that follows the mother in the water. The young fish will return to the mouth if danger threatens. The mother calls them by swimming slowly backwards. So when there is any danger around, the mother will call them and they will follow the mother. And how does the mother inform them that there is danger? Is by the mother swimming backwards. If the mother swims backwards, then that indicates to them that there is danger. So all of them, they will swim and go back in the mouth of the mother. Hello, my friends. Thank you very much for participating in breeding in tilapia. Please do like, share, and subscribe.